So have a look at this. This is one of the family heirlooms, which came, the Singer sewing machine, right? Which is, you as a sewer will know. So anyway, the machine's in there. I'm sure you've seen one of these before. But Mark, what? Yeah, what is? Just give us. Yeah. Let's have a look.
Okay, so
Hang on. Hold that just sort of near your mouth so I can hear you.
So this was supposedly came from Poland with my grandparents when they fled from the pogroms in Poland. Now,
Look how beautiful this is.
it is in very good condition.
Wow.
We've looked it up. It's got a number there, right? Show the number there, which is the number.
Oh, but hang on a second. I've just had this idea for this thing. I would love to have not the whole Megillah, but maybe the whole Megillah, but I would just love to have this. Surely this can be detached. I could have this. This is a sculpture. I mean, this is beautiful. Don't you think?
Yeah, yeah.
Would you give this
Sure.
to me?
Of course,
Could I have this?
of course.
Do you
I
think
mean,
this
I
could be
was going
taken
to-
off, Dad? Yeah, it could be separated. It's my father.
You'd have to see. I'd love you to have it, Stephen,
Wow, that would be
because I'm about
amazing.
to donate it to
No, don't donate it.
to people who send
I'm
these
sure Anya would love it, actually.
to Africa.
I'm sure if I
for
could bring it
tours.
over to Berlin, I think you would probably love. I could imagine you inheriting this, Anya.
So, can I just tell you,
yeah.
we looked at this number, and I followed it through, and it seems that this one was made in 1881,
Wow.
as far as I know. However,
I haven't seen it since I was a child. I didn't
Yeah.
realize how beautiful it is. And what does it say on it? The Singer, Montmartre. I mean, this is actually a truly beautiful object.
yeah, this itself is beautiful, and I think it still works.
Really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing if I could
Look,
get this going and
you
actually
put
use
this,
it?
Look at the bottom.
How
You
weird
put
would
this.
that be?
You put on this onto the wheel, and then there's the thing you open to put the bobbin
Wow.
in, and I even remember how to put it in. You
That
put
would
it
be
in.
so cool.
The wheel goes, and then this goes up and down, and you sew with it. Should still work.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You used it in Carolia.
Yeah, I used it in a few years. Yeah, but that's 38 years ago, but still.
Wow.
So this
I've
is.
never really actually, because this is just, you see, this is the thing when you have these objects just lying around the house. I've never thought of this as a kind of, as something actually quite precious, something quite special.
Well, it is an
you know.
heirloom, yes.
Um,
Now, when I contacted Singer about this, I got a very good letter back from her, and she said that hundreds of thousands of these were made, and they're not worth much at the moment. And she says you can't even give them away.
oh, really?
Yes, she says, because I said I'll sell it and make some money. She said you can't even give it away.
Oh,
But
really?
there are charities sending these to Africa
Wow.
because they don't need electricity, so
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
sending
yeah.
them to villages
Yeah.
so that African women
That's
can
amazing.
use them to make clothing.
You know what I think I'm going to do
Look
with
here,
this?
it's got
you know
all
what
of
I
this.
think I'm going to do?
Look,
I think I'm going to have this in my lounge as my desk. I'll have my laptop here. I'll get rid of this old IKEA crappy desk, and this will be like a desk with a sort of modern art object on the side. Don't you think that would look so
it
beautiful?
would be beautiful. Or
Because I really love this. I love
this is beautiful.
I-
Well, this is the machine.
you
This
know,
is the whole thing.
in the kind of the black and the gold.
Yeah. So if you go to Singer Sewing, go into Singer Sewing Machine and do some research, you'll hear about it. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that
you don't
interested in
care,
the
yeah.
history per
But
se.
according
It's
to
just
that
as an
number,
object, it's quite a
this
cool
was
object, I think.
made in 1881. According to that number.
1881.
So that's quite a long time ago.
I think that's when Sigmund Freud was born.
Is it?
I think so.
Wow. Well, that would be even.
That would
Mean
be
more
like, you
to
know,
you, wouldn't it?
this is the same age as Sigmund Freud.
Yeah.
If Sigmund Freud was still alive today, he would be this age. Because I'm
Well, I mean, I've asked you and Mark,
maybe a
and
little
both
bit
of you
earlier.
didn't want it, so it's good you came now, because I was about
You were
to
about
offer
to
it
chuck
to a
it.
tragedy, to
a tragedy.
a charity, an African charity, you see, which I would have been pleased to. And I used to put oil, so you get a furniture oil. And I used to just oil it once a week. It's very dry. You just oil the wood, but it's in perfect condition. Other than that,
I wonder, maybe it would be worth getting it restored. What do you think?
well, it seems like all one needs is a new. If this
Maybe
isn't
even if I just
working,
took a very light. What do you think? A very light.
varnish.
Let's get Dad's idea on this.
Oil.
What if I took a very light what's it called?
Like a veneer.
Sandpaper, but like a very light one, like the lightest. I mean, you know, like the ones with the microcrystals, and took some of that old. I mean, obviously Carla would probably be the person to ask questions about this, right?
Want to, Stephen?
Just to get it into.
I mean, you can see how detailed it is. You will never manage to
Yeah.
sand
Look
it
here.
down. Okay.
This
It
was
has
never.
got oil in the.
No, I mean it's charming
This
as it
in
is.
good
It's absolutely
that-
charming as it
This
is.
is actually in very good order.
That's true.
This is a bit
Yeah.
dry. But the original
actually, even
wood,
like this
nothing
is
wrong
nice.
with the wood.
This is nice like
Yeah.
this. I could imagine my laptop just sitting up there.
Yeah.
I think you don't have much choice. I think you need to continue with continue with the oil that it's had, or the furniture polish, or whatever the hell, whatever. Yeah. So I wouldn't try and put a new varnish on it or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see. So this is obviously olive oil. But I used to take a
No, don't take. No, don't
Wait,
stop.
wait.
Well, what are you do? Putting olive oil into
I
it?
want to just show you how it comes. It's fine. It is an oil. I want to show you how beautifully it comes
Okay,
up just
but I'll
with
get
oil.
a proper oil. I'll get
Yeah.
a proper. Don't put olive oil on it.
But look at the difference already. See that?
It
Look
is
there.
very beautiful. It's one of those things
Just
because it's
try.
been in my life since childhood.
Yeah.
I've never actually really appreciated it
Well,
for
it's
what it
many
is.
years now that it's
I'm like,
been
you
here,
know,
yeah.
actually, this is quite a special little piece
Yeah.
of furniture.
I'd be very happy if you took it. I really would.
I think this would be
thrilled.
great as
I'd
a
be
desk.
thrilled.
It's like literally
Yeah.
like a desk, you
Yeah.
know,
Because you can sit
a kind
with
of
your
weird
legs
little
in
desk.
there.
It's got
Yeah.
these little things in
Yeah,
here.
you can put
and-
things in there. Or, as you say, you can have
or
it
you
like
could have
that.
this open as the.
This is perfectly good for a
yeah,
desk.
yeah.
Solid
Yeah,
as
yeah,
hell.
solid.
Solid as anything. And
That'd be good because I could maybe put a chair here and work across. Or interesting.
And then this is probably very dusty, but this is very heavy. So
Yeah.
you do that, you put that. So if you wanted that,
Well
just
made,
clean
isn't
it.
it? Yeah.
Oh yes, beautifully made. You just needs a good clean
No, I
up
will. Yeah.
and take that off. I don't
Yeah,
know what
sure,
that was
sure,
from.
sure.
It was- I think it was holding some of this stuff. And this stuff
This is all the bobbins.
this
and-
is all the bobbins and the. So this came with it. In fact, Stephen, there's Gaga's handwriting. That's Gaga's handwriting. Or printing. That's,
Could be anyone's
no,
handwriting.
it's Gaga's. It is
Right,
Gaga's.
okay.
I know it's hers. Yeah, I know my mother's handwriting. That's my mother's writing. Yeah.
Right.
So she wrote that, she collected that. But this is all the gizmos to be put in, you see.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I don't think I'll ever will use
No,
it
no,
as
no.
an actual
and
machine.
There
I mean,
there's
I'll get a
oil.
modern machine.
So I don't
Wow,
know if that
that's so
was
fun.
oiled.
Look at that.
Look at that little old oil thing. Kind of stuff.
That's for the machine.
That was probably for the machine
Oh,
or
yes.
that.
Well,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
machine-
Yeah,
yeah.
machine oil,
So
yeah.
probably oiled the machine, and it's got all these, which are which were the bobbins. So the bobbin went in there. You see. So you put your say you had that in. That's probably. And then it went in there, and then you brought it through there carefully, and of course the wheel worked. So you then brought it through, attached it, thread the needle, and you went down and up, and it caught it on the bobbin, and then it was threaded. And you brought it up through here, round through there, across through there to a bobbin there, and wound it on there. Went round this and round that, and then when it works, it made this all work, and it actually worked.
Yeah, cool. I'm sold. You've sold it to me.
I'd be
Well, you haven't sold
absolutely
it to me
thrilled.
because I'll get it for free, so
Yeah,
even
you
better.
Yeah. No, I mean,
What a-
I'd be absolutely thrilled if you took it. You know, I would be thrilled.
Yeah,
Then
it's an heirloom.
going on
I mean, this thing has travelled from where to where to where.
Well, this
Go on.
came from.
Hang on. Look at the camera. So tell us the
Okay.
journey.
As far as I know, it came from Poland by sea. Why they brought it, I don't know, with my grandparents. However, Dad thinks it might have been made in he thought it was made in Edinburgh in Scotland. So I'm not quite
All right,
sure.
so go from Edinburgh to Scotland to Poland.
Well, I'm not quite sure if this was one that came from Edinburgh, Scotland, and my mother bought it, because she's not here, I can't ask her. But we always thought it came on the sea from Poland with the grandparents. Sorry, not my mother, my father's parents. Hang on, who came from Poland? My father's parents, because the father was a tailor.
Right.
So I think he brought it with him to carry on doing his tailoring in South Africa.
Okay.
That
So
must be another oil thing.
so
That's
went
as
from
far as I
Poland
know. Poland. As far as I know,
Edinburgh
Poland.
to Poland to South Africa, then to England, and then it went again from England. Did it stay in
No,
England?
stayed in England
Oh,
with
okay. Didn't
Dad.
go back to South
No,
Africa.
no, no.
Okay.
Stayed here with Dad.
You went back to South Africa. It
I
stayed
went back.
here with
It
us.
stayed here
It
with
was
yeah.
with
It
us.
stayed here. So as far as we know, it's Poland to South Africa, and then she died. I got it, and then I had it there, and I brought it here. So it's been here all the time. Although we travelled to different countries to teach, it stayed here.
And it's been totally invisible. It's been totally invisible to me
Yeah.
up until this evening.
Yeah.
When I saw it, because I was like, bloody hell, this actually is a pretty fucking cool looking
Well,
thing.
I always stood with this clothes and an ornament on. I had that big.
Yeah, no, I don't think
star.
I've ever. I think the last time I actually saw it was as a
Open
child,
like this. Yeah,
and I
yeah.
didn't appreciate it
No,
as a
no.
sculptural object.
No. And Carla's got her mother's one, but it's a hand one. So
Right.
she's got only this bit with a bit of wood, which a hand one from her grandmother. That's why Mark doesn't want it.
Uh
He
huh.
wouldn't take it. So hers is a hand one, but this one is the whole treadle. Now, when I contacted, I've been given the number 4 African charities. The whole point about this, they'd have to get it back there, and I quite like the idea of it going back to Africa. But the whole point about this was because there's no electricity, they can take it to the villages. I think it might just need, maybe not, a new belt. Take it to a village, and then the village women can use it to sew again.
Well, unfortunately, they're not going to have it because I am taking it. Thank you very much.
It's an absolute
Thank
pleasure.
you.
I'll be more than happy for you to.
Slightly
Won't
gaga.
we, Neil? We'll be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Yeah, and that will remind you of your grandmother and your grandfather's mother and father, not hers. She came from Russia. They came from Poland. This came from Poland, as far as I know. Cool, hey? Well, that will be wonderful. Well, Dad was going to ask you to help him carry it, put in the can't take it to a charity, so he'll help you put in the can't take it to your house.
Wonderful.
I'll
Happy
leave
to
this
do that
all in the mail there.
whenever
Keep this.
you're up for it. What?
Keep this away.
Oh,
Keep this
what's
away.
that? Huh?
It's just from the treat you gave. Keep this in case one day you ever want to
So
give
nice.
it away or sell it.
Yeah. No, no, I'll keep it. Yeah.
Cool. That's great. Wow.
What have you been eating, Maxi Jacks?
No, it's the paper from the treat you gave him. Piece of the paper.
Okay. Jolly good.